Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna be going over all of the past cars I've owned and kind of like why I sold them and my opinions on them. Keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I'm just giving you guys my personal experience. If you guys are thinking about getting any of these cars, hopefully it can provide like some insight. I don't know, maybe the stories about them are entertaining, but let's get into it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be going over all of the cars I've owned. I'm not gonna really go over like a timeline really, but starting off 2003 Honda Accord. My grandfather gave this to me. I was 16 when I got it. Honestly, as a daily, super good car. I tried actually modifying it, but luckily my dad was a car enthusiast, or is, so he didn't let me modify it because I wanted to chop the mufflers on it. Put a wing on it, spray paint the wheels black, so I'm really glad he didn't let me do it. But unfortunately, I crashed it due to falling asleep at the wheel. It was unfortunate, my fault, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to drive for maybe 4 or 5 months, but after I'd worked for a summer, I had saved up money, and then moving on to the next car. The 2002 WRX, I bought it kind of stock-ish. It just had like a muffler on it. My dad actually went to go buy it with me, so he was able to help negotiate the price down. I think we got it for like $6,000, but yeah, pretty much stock besides the exhaust and like wheels. Unfortunately, I took the liberty as a 17-year-old would in high school of slamming it on its nuts with blown coilovers. I got for $400, JNC wheels I got for $500, and then an NRG Neochrome steering wheel, which I brought around high school. Yeah, I thought I had aura by doing that. But all right, before I get into the next car, yeah, this WRX, I really liked it. If you guys are thinking about getting one, they have a great power band in the mid-range due to the unequal length headers. There's like boxer motor. They're super spacious. So if you're looking for like an enthusiast daily, I think the Subaru WRX is like the perfect car. That's why I see so many of the new ones. Obviously, like a lot of people stay away from the old ones because they have like high miles, like lots of owners. But I see a lot of people, at least in my area, like in California, buying like the newer ones, like the V8s and stuff like that. I see a ton of them on the road. And there's a reason for it, you know, they're good cars. But yeah, moving on to the next car, I was 17, sold the WRX, went out, spent $7,000 on an SR 240SX. It had a Type X kit on it, red top SR20 with a Tomei, I think T28 frame turbo, I forgot exactly, but tune on RS enthalpy stock ECU, 15 pounds boost, 91 octane. But yeah, this was honestly a really cool car. If I owned it now, knowing what I know now, I didn't know anything about SRs. I would have, one, put it on a link ECU, two, got it to get an actual tune, not some flash tune from RS enthalpy, put it on E85 and probably lower the boost. I would rather dial it back, make less power, but make that power for longer, you know? The car actually blew up on the next owner. He told me after like 1,000 miles, he was like drifting it, like redlining it, but instead it blew up on that tune. So I will say, if you're in high school, college, and it's your only car, I would probably stay away from something that modified, you know? I would probably go with something safer and like more stock. But if you really know what you're doing and you have alternate forms of transportation, you know how to work on 240s, SRs, by all means, go ahead and buy one. Yeah, so fast forward, I graduated high school, went into college. My parents were like, hey, you shouldn't have a car in college. After like a couple months, I begged them to have a car like my freshman year. I bought a 350Z, got scammed. The car blew up in 2 days when I was back for like Thanksgiving break because it was burning a ton of oil. Yeah, my dad had to sell it for like $3,000, so I took a huge loss. I had no money to my name. My grandfather came in clutch once again, lent me money to go buy another 350Z. This time it was at Bone Stock 2007. My dad came with me actually. He actually found the ad for me. He's like, yo, you should buy this one. I was like, but dad, it doesn't have a Tomei. We got it for like $6,500. Super good deal. I was a third owner. Bone stock. Drove it around for like 6 months and I started modifying it because I got a job as a server. Yeah, honestly, this is the first car where I like dumped like thousands of dollars into because I was making money from serving. And yeah, you know, I did all the typical 350Z things. I put Tomei exhaust, chassis mount wing, rep wheels. They were Meister reps, BC coilovers, Sabon carbon fiber hood, and an eBay front lip. By the time it was done, it actually looked, in my opinion, still now, like looking back, it was pretty clean. Like the fitment was good, sounded pretty good with the Tomei exhaust. I don't know, I liked it. But yeah, if you guys are thinking about buying a 350Z, great cars. 350Z, like a stock HR, do not buy earlier ones unless it's a really good deal. Always buy an 07, 08. But yeah, sold that car, had like 15 grand in my bank account because I sold the car for 9 grand and I've been working as a server. So I was like breaded up. I was like 20, 21 years old. I had a good amount of money in my bank account for that age, you know? So I had 3 cars I could choose from. I was looking at a C5 Z06, E46 M3, or an RX-7 FD. $13,000 salvage title, 1993. RX-7 FD pops up on my Facebook Marketplace feed. Hit the dude up. I'm like, will you take 11 bands? He was like, Yes. Flew up that weekend, bought the car for 11 grand, owned the car since, you know what I'm saying? If you guys are new here, you might not know about it, but I have an RX-7. It's not in good state right now. It's in the backyard stripped to a bare shell pretty much. Genuinely, if you guys are thinking about buying an RX-7 FD, all I could say is if you have the money, do it. It is by far created some of the best memories for me, and it has given me the best experiences. It sounds like no other car, literally, because it has a rotary engine in it. Still have the car, love the car. Then next, I bought a 2001 GSR. It was a black GSR 2001 B18C5 built head. Best Integra I've ever owned. All I did was put an eBay exhaust on it and then a P28 ECU, tuned it, made a 175 wheel with the stock cat in it. But yeah, I definitely regret selling that car. I only sold it because I had to. Next car is the E36 M3. I bought this as like a 10K YouTube special. I bought it for 5 grand. It was super clap, salvage title, had a ton of Bondo in it. The frame was bent, but mechanically, it was solid. Pretty sad I had to sell that car because I was broke and I was doing YouTube at the time only and I didn't have a job. So yeah, moving on, I finally landed a job, my current job, 9 to 5. I bought an R32 GTR. I got a lot to say, but to keep it sweet and short, make sure you buy a stock one. I bought a built one. It was a built motor. It wasn't built correctly, ended up blowing up after 3 to 4 months. It also didn't have the turbos he said it had in it. It had stock turbos. Make sure if you buy a stock one, keep it pretty much stock. If you decide to turn up the boost or modify them, make sure you do all the oiling mods, upgrade a turbocharger, coil packs, definitely get a catch can. God, that's all I'll say on the topic of R32s. I guess next car, I don't really know the timelines after this. Okay, I'm kind of just gonna go over like the cars I bought, but yeah. Next car is a 1989 240SX. Really good car, bought it for $3,400, had frame damage, smashed windshield. It was an experience getting it back. I think it was good for content. Ended up selling it after a modify. I put like wheels on it. It was honestly really good. If you guys want just a 240SX and you guys don't care about power or anything like that, get a single jingle. The car had no leaks, no mechanical issues, you know. It even had AC, so. After that, picked up an Integra shell. Biggest mistake of my life. Do not ever buy a shell. Do never ever buy someone's modified shell. So bought the shell, had a ton of just weird wiring, all these chopped wiring. We had to trace all that. Huge headache. Ended up K20 swapping it, thought it would be super cheap, thought I'd be all in the car under 10 grand. Ended up spending around 14 grand all in on the car, and I sold it for 6. So yeah, next car, RX-7 FC. I think I had this also when the Integra was there, but yeah, this car I bought from a good friend, Vodak. He took super good care of the car. It was an S5 with a T2 trans. I do regret selling the car. It had super good compression. If you guys ever want an RX-7, but you're scared of, turbocharged FD, get an NAFC. If you can get an NAFC for a good price, hands 100% do it. They're great cars, great introductory to rotaries, and they're like a quarter of the price of FD, so great cars. Next car, I don't know if you guys remember this one. If you guys are new, I bought a clapped ass 5 color panel 350Z to drift. Mechanically, it was okay. It just kept going in a lint mode because it had chopped wiring or something like that. But other than that, it honestly slid really well. But it kept going into limp mode randomly at the track, which I was like, damn, at the time I was like, I'm not gonna chase wiring again. You buy a $3,000 350Z, it's gonna be a $3,000 350Z, you know what I'm saying? So next, bought 3 S15. So going with the first one, it was a blue Origin kit, real spec R. I actually do miss this one. I think I bought it for $25,000, $26,000 with VSKS. But then yeah, I ended up buying 2 other S15s. All I could say is on all my S15s, the red one was a turbocharged spec S. So I had the 5-speed transmission. It was really cool. It was running rich and needed a tune, clean car, ended up selling it. Then the white one was actual spec S, bone stock, and I wanted to make that one look cool. So I will say for any of these routes you go, you're gonna be spending at least minimum $30,000 to get it to where you want it to be. And that's why I kind of sold them, because I realized, I was like, oh my God, I can't do a third JDM project. I had the RX-7 at the time and I had the R32. The R32 was still at the shop, racking up bills with the shop that built it. And then my RX-7 still needed parts and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up selling them and I bought the Mark V Supra. The S15s were great cars. If you guys want one, you can afford one, definitely buy one. They're the coolest things ever. They feel a lot more robust than the previous generations, especially the S13. You go from S13 to S15, the S15 just feels more modern, like 10 years newer, literally, interior and just overall condition, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ended up selling them, got the Mark V Supra. You guys are gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this, but I love it. I love how it's a BMW. I love how new it is. I love how it has AC. I love how it is automatic and it's just overall like comfortable, but it's still like I could put in like sport mode. I know that's cringe to a lot of people, but like just driving around normally and then being able to just like kick it into like a sportier mode, it's kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like racing all the time. I'm not racing 24/7. You know, if someone pulls up on me on the highway, all I gotta do, allegedly, hit the sport button, put in a different map and hit the gas. Obviously it's kind of blown up right now, but when it comes back, you know, that's my plan. But I know I was a Mark V hater myself. If you ever see me at a meet or ever see me in a park, whatever, and I'm not like busy and ask me for a ride, I will give you a ride in the Supra once it's done. It will change your opinion on Supra. So on the Mark V Supras, the BMW Z4s, whatever you want to call it, you know. Yeah, I really like the car. So yeah, but I think that pretty much concludes all of the Enthusiast cars I've owned. I'm not gonna really go over dailies just because like kind of to each their own. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It gives you some insight on all the vehicles. If you ever think about buying any of these, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it gives you some insight. Anyways, thanks for sticking to the end of the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.